What's up guys, in this video I'm comparing the Oneplus 9 with the Motorola Moto G Stylus 5G. And if you like content like getting to know the specs and compare phones, this is the place to be. I upload several videos a week, try to do it every day, so if that's your style, hit that subscribe button. So let's go ahead and compare the Oneplus 9 and the Stylus 5G. So both of these devices are 5G. The OnePlus 9 has a price tag of $729. Stylus 5G has a $400 price tag, and you can find it for $200 on prepaid. The overall weight of the OnePlus 9 is 6.4 ounces. Stylus 5G a little bit heftier at 7.7 ounces. Build quality. The OnePlus 9 glass front, glass back plastic frame, so a pretty good build quality. More so than the Stylus 5G has a glass front, plastic frame, plastic back. So you have a premium build with glass on the OnePlus. You have a more plastic, lower budget build quality with the Stylus 5G. The OnePlus 9 has an IP68 dust and water resistance, while the Stylus 5G only has a water repellent design. But the bonus is that it has a stylus, so that's mostly used for jotting down notes or drawing, or it's just better to navigate the web if you want real tactile, more just a better handle of your device instead of using your finger. And it's the only alternative to the Samsung Galaxy Note, so that's its standout feature. For the display, the OnePlus 9 has a 6.5-inch display with 87% screen to body ratio, has 120 Hz refresh rate. Stylus 5G has a bigger, huge 6.8-inch display, 85% screen to body ratio, and an LCD display with 60 Hz. But both of these resolutions are 1080p Full HD displays. The PPI is pretty high on both of these. You got 402 on the OnePlus 9, 387 on the Stylus 5G. The OnePlus 9 also has an always-on display. So both of these are pretty good screens, but for the value, the Stylus 5G is not that bad. The value is probably better than the OnePlus 9 since it is way more expensive. For the software, OnePlus 9 has Android 11 with Oxygen OS on top, which is a close to stock version of Android. Stylus 5G also has Android 11, which also has a stock version of Android, but with a few Motorola features and gestures. Same thing when the OnePlus 9 Oxygen OS has a few things that are built in that stand out. But for the most part, both of these versions of Android will feel exactly the same and will run pretty much all the same apps, the most popular apps out there. Now, when it comes to the chipset, you got a flagship Snapdragon 888 5G and the OnePlus 9 versus the Stylus 5G's lower-end Snapdragon 480 5G processor. Obviously, the more powerful one is the OnePlus 9 chipset, but most people won't notice the difference. They'll be perfectly happy with the Snapdragon 480 processor. And the only difference really is if you're really into heavy gaming or video editing, the OnePlus 9 will handle that with no problems. So the Stylus 5G might struggle in that area, but for most apps available in the App Store, you won't really notice any difference, and you'll be pleasantly surprised with the performance of the Stylus 5G's processor. Moving on to storage, the OnePlus 9 has built-in 128 gigs, while the Stylus 5G, very impressive, starts off at 256 gigabytes. And it also has a micro SD card slot, which the OnePlus 9 does not have. So it's a big win in the storage department for the Moto G Stylus 5G. For the RAM, the OnePlus 9 has 8 gigs of RAM, which is pretty good, more than enough, while the Stylus 5G has 6 gigs of RAM, which seems to be a very good value, seems to be the sweet spot. Both of these amounts of RAM are more than enough for most people, and you shouldn't have any problems running several apps in the background. But very impressive on the Stylus 5G with 256 gigs of storage plus the micro SD card slot. So it's a failure in the storage department for the OnePlus 9. As for the cameras, the OnePlus 9 has a triple camera setup, 48 megapixel main camera, 50 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel monochrome camera. Stylus 5G, 4 cameras on the back, 48 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel macro, 2 megapixel depth camera. The overall better camera is probably going to be the OnePlus 9, but not by much. It's not too impressive. It's not an iPhone. It's not a Samsung Galaxy level quality, although it has a Hasselblad technology, which is more of, it's more of a gimmick. The Stylus 5G, you won't be disappointed that much. You'll be pleasantly surprised if you're in the right amount of light, or if you're outside. You'll take some nice shots. You can take video up to 8K on the Oneplus 9, 1080p on the Stylus 5G. For the selfie camera, 60 megapixels. For the selfie on the Oneplus 9, 60 megapixels on the Stylus 5G. Both shoot at 1080p. So you'll get similar results on the selfie camera. The Oneplus 9 does not have a headphone jack, while the Stylus 5G does. So a bit of a surprise here, a nice plus in the value department for the Stylus 5G. You can hook up your mic, your headphone, and connect it to your car via aux cord to listen to music. Both have Bluetooth on boards, which will basically connect to your wireless devices, your smart band, your smartwatches, your wireless headphones, or wireless speakers. Oneplus 9 has NFC, while the Stylus 5G does not, and both of these are rocking the USB Type-C port for charging. Now there's a big difference here in the fingerprint and unlocking department. The Oneplus 9 has a under-the-display optical fingerprint reader, while the Stylus 5G has a side-mounted fingerprint reader. So depending where you like your fingerprint reader, that'll make a big difference. But both of these are reliable ways to open up your device, although the Oneplus 9 has that more flagship under the display feature versus the more old school, reliable, side-mounted one on the Stylus 5G. To me, I really don't care where the fingerprint reader is, but I prefer mostly a physical touch one on the back or on the side, so I'll probably take the Stylus 5G. And last but not least is the battery. The Oneplus 9 has an average battery of 4,500 milliamp battery, while the Stylus 5G has an impressive 5,000 milliamp battery. So a big win for the bigger battery in the Stylus 5G. Has 1 to 2 to 3 days of battery life, versus the maybe you'll get 2 days out of the Oneplus 9, but I doubt it. But it'll give you 1 solid day of battery life. So very impressive battery life in the Stylus 5G. As for charging, the Oneplus has 65 watt fast charging, which is pretty good. You get 100% in 29 minutes, so that's a standout feature right there. While the Stylus 5G has charging at 10 watts. To me, I think I'd rather have the Stylus 5G battery and no fast charging than the smaller battery in the Oneplus 9 with the fast charging. That's just my opinion, because the big battery of 5,000 milliamps will last you a long time. So you won't need to have to plug it in every so often. What are my thoughts after comparing the specs of both of these phones? Well, you're gonna have an impressive phone in the Oneplus 9. You'll get great results with performance and build quality and stuff like that. But the overall winner, and I'm more impressed by the Stylus 5G. It has the standout feature of the Stylus. It has that big battery and has that big old screen. It has bonuses like the headphone jack and the micro SD card slot. And it's just an overall better device for the average consumer. Now, if you're really big into video and photography, the Oneplus 9 isn't even that good in that department, because it's still not up to par to flagship level cameras such as the Samsung Galaxies or the iPhones and stuff like that. So that actually presents itself as a nice little bonus for the Stylus 5G, because it comes in at such a low price. You can get it at various prepaid carriers. The Oneplus 9, even at $729, is a little bit cheaper than more flagships. It's still trying to sell you as a flagship device, and it's, to me, in the value department, for most people, the Stylus 5G will be totally suitable. You'll be totally happy with it, especially if you want that extra stylus capability. So if you like more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. I upload several videos a week, even several times a day. So hit me up in the comments and tell me which of these phones you like or which phones you want me to review. Also, you could message me on Instagram. So take it easy, guys. I'll see you in the next one.